the video, I think that it brings just so much more validity, professionalism. We definitely have seen, some steady increasing sales. That's always a bonus. Yeah, I mean, we talked about things trending. Our ROAS has been trending up. So there's I think a 75% increase since we've kind of implemented those. So that's really, really positive. Everything, the way it came together, it was, it was worth the investment, 100%.
Hi, this is Samuel with Studio Kissing, a video production and marketing strategy company. Today's case study is with Nick, owner of Iconic Arizona, one of our most successful clients. Last year, Iconic Arizona did over $1 million in sales and has over 20,000 Instagram followers. In this case study, we're going to dive into how our marketing campaign was able to increase their ROAS, or return on ad spend, by 75%, grow their brand awareness, and ultimately increase sales. If you would like to achieve similar results as Iconic Arizona, click the link below and schedule a free call with us. We'd love to chat with you about how we can implement video and marketing strategy into your business. Let's get into this interview. So Nick, would you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, the story behind Iconic Arizona, and what makes your brand unique in the clothing industry?
For sure. My name is Nick Carmichael, owner of Iconic Arizona. We got started in March of 2018. I wanted to buy a hat from the Grand Canyon. We went to the North Rim, and I just didn't like any hats at all. Just wouldn't have worn any of them, didn't like the style of any of them. So the light bulb kind of went off in my head, and just kind of went from there and started researching. This last year, we reached $1 million in top line revenue for the first time. Hopefully continue to grow the company. And a big part of growing that company is awareness. It's amazing still how many people still have no idea in Arizona who our brand is, and that we even exist. A big part of building that brand awareness was bringing on Studio Kissing to do some video for us. We just didn't really have a whole lot of good video to kind of visualize and help put people in the brand and kind of see themselves doing those kinds of activities. We brought Samuel in and his team to make that a reality.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun working on those videos too. I imagine you had the option to work with other video production companies. What made you end up choosing ours?
I felt there was a hungriness with your studio, and then also a lot of flexibility. You were ready to listen and make adjustments based on what we needed and what you were able to provide. So, and just having that flexibility was a big thing for us. And really, the other big thing was just being able to get it done in a super timely manner. It was kind of like we decided, we got out, we got the shots, we got the video, and then we were like, get it up right away. So I mean, when you're thinking about putting that investment forth, you don't want to have to wait for a really, really, really long time to get that in, starting seeing return on that investment. So to be able to get those that footage and those videos up in ads as quickly as possible was a big a big decision factor.
How would you describe the collaboration, the project that we specifically worked on in these videos? Like maybe walk me through the process of what it was like from the initial call that we had through the delivery of the videos, and what stood out to you about the experience?
Kind of one thing that really stood out with me is the ability to adjust after the fact as well. Hey, we took a look at the first set of videos. We really like this, but this is a little long. We're hanging on this shot a little bit too, just being able to make those adjustments throughout I guess we call that the draft process or the editing process. So that kind of really stood out to me, and the ability to be able to do that and provide the feedback and have the feedback not only be listened to, but also executed as well.
Now that we've done like a half dozen videos for Iconic Arizona, what would you say about the quality? And what did your marketing manager, I know you have a guy that runs your marketing, what did he have to say about it?
Yeah, he was really happy with how they looked. He was been asking me for video for a while. That's the way everything is right now. It's really tough just to get a whole lot of traction out of a single image. A lot of things are just tracking towards video, and really have to have video to almost be relevant. So he was thrilled to get a hold of those videos and to put them into play and to put them into practice, if you will. I'm a big music guy, so sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't like that. But all the music that was chosen kind of fit right in with everything. We're like, oh yeah, we love these tunes. So just kind of fit right in with the brand and was pretty seamless.
What would you, if you could share any like specific results from the videos, implementing them into your marketing strategy, like views or engagement, sales, and other key performance metrics?
I have gotten a lot of nice word of mouth kind of feedback. Oh, hey, we saw that video that in one of those ads. I get your ads, but I hadn't seen this video before. I really like that. That was just a little more interesting, a little bit more engaging. We definitely have seen, some steady increasing sales. That's always a bonus. We're continuing to add wholesalers, and sometimes those wholesalers come via seeing the Instagram ads. So, but sometimes it's somebody who's got a couple of stores, and we can sell them more than one hat or a couple of shirts. We can sell them the whole iconic Arizona suite. The video, I think that it brings just so much more validity, professionalism. It just really kind of rounds out the brand and gives that brand that visual identity.
I saw one of the videos had gotten, I mentioned this to you when I was like texting you, but I saw one of the videos had gotten like 200, over 200 likes on the ads that you had posted, just one of them. I thought that was really cool. It seemed significantly more than your normal feed for posting videos.
It's a little hard for me to know why Meta or Facebook, whatever, does what they do. If we have 20,000 followers, we're lucky if 500 see a post. But when you do the ads, you start to get in front of those followers and beyond as well. And if you're going to pay for it, you might as well have a really solid professional looking video or photos to put out to them, to have that, put that best foot forward. Our ROAS has been trending up from like the high ones into like 2.5, closer to 3. So it's, I think, a 75% increase since we've kind of implemented those. So that's really, really positive. But I'm sure there's no coincidence that since we've added the video, we have seen that increase in our return on ad spend.
Just on a personal level, working with Studio Kissing, working with me, how has that made your life easier in regards to the marketing or your personal time, not having to micromanage me or.
Yeah, I truly didn't really have to. I mean, outside of like setting up the time to talk and getting you product, I didn't have to. At least for this particular project, I didn't have to find any models. I didn't have to set up a shoot date. That did take a lot of things off of my plate. Whereas, even for like a photography session, I got to find a couple of people to put the clothes on, or even in pay models, and there's just a lot of kind of moving parts. So that's was huge that the studio was able to take that role, that lead role in those factors.
For other business owners who might be considering working with Studio Kissing and are hesitant about the investment, what would you tell them based on your experience?
I think just kind of echo what I said before, right? It's like you kind of have one chance to make a first impression, and if you're gonna try to make that first impression, you should make as positive a impression as possible. And I think by bringing in Studio Kissing, we were able to bring forth that professional look, that professional feel. We were able to, showcase our brand. Everything, the way it came together, it was, it was worth the investment, 100%.
Nick, I just want to say thank you again for sharing your experience of working with Studio Kissing. And if you're watching and you'd like to achieve similar results as Iconic Arizona, please click the link below and schedule a free call with me. I'll chat directly with you and share from my experience how we can best grow your business through intentional video and marketing strategy. Thank you again, and have a great day.